Pretty snappy opening sequence, huh? In this brief lesson, we're going to show you how to use these new eXtension motion graphic video slates and animations to give your eXtension learning materials a more consistent look. And that'll be true across the country, independent of who's developing them. It'll also bring a certain professionalism to your presentation because you'll be able to do cool things like this animated fly-in lower third telling you who I am. So hang in there and we'll show you the ropes. Bringing these new video elements into Camtasia is very simple. Merely go up to File, Import Media, and then select from the folders which of those you wish to bring in. I'm going to bring in an open title sequence. In this case, I want to make sure that I bring in my full-sized eXtension opener. Import that, and you see that it shows up in your media. Simply drag it down to your timeline, drop it, move it over to the beginning, and there you go. Here's your opening. It's that simple. Now that we have our intro animation, we bring in our content that we've developed for this lesson from our media and butt it up against the animation on the timeline. So now I have my animation and it leads into my content. We need to put a title slate between those two though. So go up to your File, Import Media, and this time we're going to go for our slates, and I would suggest that we select the full screen eXtension slate. Import that. We've got it in our media. Drag it down and place it overlapping your content and the opening sequence. Stretch it out to overlap, and you'll see then we have the animation, and then we go right to our slate, and then we go into our content. You'll need, of course, to add some text. So under Annotations, grab the text, place it on the screen, and type your text. Now you've got a title. I'm going to stretch that to match the length of the slate at this point. And now we have our animation leading into our title and then onto the show. Let's go ahead and center that title. That looks a little better. You'll also want to look at, of course, the durations carefully to make sure it's not too long. Typically 4 seconds is enough for a title slide. I'll also want to put some transitions between my titles, so I'll do a fade in, fade out by grabbing and dropping it on each of these clips, intro and outro, so that we have a smooth looking transition. So let's take a look. Here's the end of the animation. Fades into our title slate, brings up my title, and we're good to go. This is a little long. I'd probably suggest shortening this. And then we fade into our content. Let's see how also you can add some lower thirds to identify speakers that are in your program. So let's put a short little clip of yours truly on our timeline. And let's say I want to be able to introduce this person as my speaker. So here's my current piece. I love to make my eXtension videos because they make the world a better place. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now we want to be able to introduce this fellow and put a name slate over him. So go up to File, Import Media. This time we're going to be selecting our lower thirds, and I've been using high definition. Import that. Here's our lower third in our media. I'm going to drag that down, place it over the top of our ukulele player, shorten it up a little bit to match. So now I've got what amounts to a flying slate that comes in. I love to make my... But it doesn't say anything yet, so let's go ahead and add text to our lower third. And there we go. So here's our piece. I love to make my eXtension videos because they make the world a better place. I would adjust the lengths of these though to match up a little bit more, tighten it up a little. Usually you want the slates to occur fairly soon when you see somebody. And again, you can use the transitions to make these even more professional by having the font actually fade in and out. So now we have I love I know you're getting tired of this song, but now it's fading in. Extension videos because they make the world a better phase out. Okay. There are additional slates that you can use for ending credits. And again, just look at these different options. Here's the closing title. If I import the close, put it at the end, then I've got this eXtension logo once more with the website listed. Of course, you can add additional slates anywhere in your program you need to. You might use slates to help divide your lesson into learning chunks, giving the learner a chance to be prepared for what's about to come. Those choices, of course, are up to you. But anyway, have fun with these and hope they help you in creating lots of great videos for eXtension.